God, we're together.
We are actually together after all this time.
All this time. And we're at the drive-in at the Mary Pickford.
That's right. And we don't have our masks on because we're at the drive-in.
There's no one else here. And
that's right.
We're safely physically distanced, right?
At least. So it's good to be in the same space together, which is a lot of fun.
This is nice.
And we're here at the Mary Pickford drive-in experience because they opened about a week or two ago.
Right.
They're having great success, and so we're here to let everybody know, come on down to the Mary Pickford.
Oh my gosh, I drove by the other night and the place was packed.
I agree.
When are we going to a movie? We haven't been yet.
We have to go to one soon, right?
Yeah,
right.
soon.
So I know that, just so we can tell our viewers, the Mary Pickford is open Wednesdays through Sundays. You buy all of your tickets online, your refreshments online, and you just kind of have a good time outside.
Yeah, it's great. What are they showing now? Do you know?
They just showed Bad Grandpa, I think, the other day. Yeah, I don't know what that is. You know, there's always a new movie. And I think a good thing to let our viewers know also is, besides the Mary Pickford having a drive-in experience, they also are still open across the street for your regular go into a theater experience.
Right, a 25% capacity,
exactly.
Right?
So whether you want to go inside or you want to stay outside, Mary Pickford has you covered.
What I think is cool, because you know some of the drive-ins are getting pretty costly.
Yes.
Here, it's what, $9.95 a person?
A person, that's right.
And normally you have like two people, so you know, $20. It's okay, right?
That's not bad. It's pretty much your average, right?
So I think that's good. That's really good. Yeah. So what else have we been doing? Gosh, what a busy weekend!
It was a very busy
Fall
weekend.
Modernism preview just started,
and we both went to
the Zoom room.
That's right. You went to the Zoom room. How was that?
Oh, it was so fun. There were 175 people. And hosted by Kelly McQuinn with DJ music by Barry Martin. And honestly, by the halfway through, we were all dancing, either chair dancing or dancing. And you know, even though there were a lot of people, different screens of us would pop up, you know, different videos of us would pop up.
Oh, that's great.
Some big, some small, rotate through. You could wave to your friends. It was, and for $5, what a great 1 hour, like cocktail hour. It was super fun.
And you were in your home.
We're all at home. So we got to see other friends, you know, like we saw Chris Mobley and Lisa Vossler-Smith from Modernism, like dancing around.
That's great.
It was so fun.
That's a good social distancing event.
We all felt like we really partied with each other.
That's good.
It was really fun.
And I know we both went to the curated collection over at
Temple Isaiah, and that was Saturday.
Now, first I want to say it was hotter than hot.
Yeah,
right?
Unfortunately, because it was, of course, an outdoor event. Normally they have it in the Warsaw Ballroom, which is downstairs inside the temple.
Right.
And I think we mentioned it's put on by Mitchell Karp of Mitchell's Palm Springs, the high-end vintage store in Palm Springs, and Mindy King, who runs the vintage market, the Palm Springs Vintage Market. But there were a lot of great vendors. I had just a brief time to kind of go through and say hi to people. But yeah, it was toasty.
Well, let me tell you, I went pretty late because I had some yard work going on. So excuse our noise, but we are outside, right?
Yeah,
So that's the way it goes. So I went a little bit late, and it was about 3 o'clock-ish or so, and so there weren't many people there because it was so hot by that time. However, there were a lot of vendors, as you mentioned. I found that there were a lot of female clothes more than there were men. However, the ones that did have men's clothing, they let you know, here's my card, come to our shop here. We have more clothes for the men. So men, don't give up.
So maybe the two of us should just go vintage shopping one of these days and kind of record that. Yeah. Let's get you dressed. We'll take you shopping.
I can always do that. And so what else went on?
Oh, let's see. What were we talking? Well, last week, speaking of drive-ins, so in Palm Springs, you know, on the other side, just down the road, is the Camelot, the Cultural Center, and their little twist on a drive-in is the carless drive-in.
I think it's a great idea.
So it's really cool because you either like we did, bring our beach chairs, lounge chairs, or you can book a picnic table if you have a small group. But we had a group of 6. We all had our lounge chairs spaced out, and we went for dinner too, because there's like a full-on dinner, Mildred's fried chicken and waffles, and a full bar. So it was.
Is that right?
It was really nice.
So let me ask you a question: Are there any cars during the carless experience, or is it all just people sitting outside?
No cars. You need to park in the parking lot of the Cultural Center, and you book your ticket online again. I think you can actually maybe get one out the door at $15. So it's
a little bit, but you know what? What I'm really liking now about these drive-in experiences, so the Westfield Mall upstairs on the 3rd floor of their parking lot, very basic concessions, but upstairs, and there's a nice breeze that comes through. When you go to the Palm Springs Air Museum, they had more refreshments, as in food, pizzas and burgers and such, I think you mentioned, right?
Yeah.
And now the Cultural Center is doing something even different.
Yeah,
right?
it's nice.
I love that.
And we saw a really brilliant documentary, which was on Ottolenghi, which is Ottolenghi and the Cakes of Versailles. And Yotam Ottolenghi is a famous chef and owns a restaurant in London. Many awarded cookbooks, and he was chosen to actually do all the food, all the desserts for the Visitors to Versailles, which was opening at the Met, the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York in 2018. So what he went through to duplicate these beautiful cakes that were actually made at the time of like the Sun King, Louis the 14th through 16th, basically. Beautiful. And he actually sourced out 5 amazing pastry chefs, and they presented their take on the Cakes of Versailles.
Right?
It was a culinary, just a culinary cinematography delight.
So they were. Did you watch them putting the cakes together?
Yeah.
And then did people actually cut into them and eat them? Because they must be pieces of art.
Some were cakes, some were like Jello, some were.
Oh wow.
And science projects, beautifully done, and what they went through to have to get these things right, and also travel with them to get them into the Met to set it up. I highly recommend this.
What was it called again?
Ottolenghi and the Cakes of Versailles.
And so I'm sure it's going to be on one of the streaming systems sooner or later.
It is, yeah, it is. I'm not quite sure which one. It might be Netflix, I'm not sure, but check it out.
And so let's close on a very unique property that has coming on sale now here in Palm Springs.
They haven't closed yet.
They haven't closed yet. They're for sale. It's called the Kaufman House.
Yes,
right?
yes.
It's going for sale for $25 million. Now this will not be the highest sold home, but it definitely ranks up there with some of the highest sold homes. And it is over in the not Las Palmas area.
It's in Vista, Las Palmas, up on the hill.
Yes.
It was designed by Richard Neutra and Nelda Linsk.
Famous,
she lived there twice.
Right, and Barry Manilow lived there also.
Oh, he did?
Yes, he did.
I wouldn't see that was much his style.
Well, a funny little story. I do one of the double-decker bus tours, and one of the informations that we heard is that after Barry Manilow left that house, the person who was next had to come in and redo the house. So everyone has their own taste, right? I love you, Barry, though. I love you. Don't worry about it.
We love you, Barry.
So there you go. So I think that covers a lot of what's happening so far.
There's a lot happening. I mean, it's season in Palm Springs. We're still staying. Remember, we try to say that all the time. Still staying safe.
That's right. All right,
and
everybody.
I hope you are too. Please do. Good to see
you.